Good day everyone, I am Angelo Di Batidor. At this very moment, the topic that I have come to share with you is all about the adventures of Huckleberry Finn Mark Twain. This topic is considered as historical fiction. So what is historical fiction? Basically, historical fiction is defined as movies and novels in which a story is made up but is set in the past and sometimes borrows true characteristics of the time period in which it is set. So now, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn Mark Twain. The summary. The novel begins with Huck Finn introducing himself and referencing the adventures of Tom Sawyer. "You don't know about me," Huck narrates, "without you have read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But that ain't no matter," he tells readers that, for the most part, Twain told the truth in Tom Sawyer, but not everyone tells some lies, even people like Aunt Polly and the widow Douglas. Huck gives a brief summary of how he and Tom get $6,000 each at the end of Tom Sawyer. Judge Thatcher has taken Huck's money and invested it with $1 of interest coming in each day. And Huck now lives with a widow Douglas and her sister, who is Miss Watson. The sisters are, as Huck puts it, trying to civilize him and his frustration at living in a clean house and minding his manners starts to grow. Miss Watson tells Huck he will go to the bad place if he does not behave, and Huck thinks that will be okay as long as Miss Watson is not there. During the evening, Huck accidentally kills a spider that was on his shoulder and worries that bad luck will follow. When the town clock strikes 12 midnight, Huck hears a noise outside his window and climbs out to find Tom Sawyer waiting for him. And now, the analysis of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn Mark Twain. The opening sentence of the novel notifies readers that Huck Finn is the narrator and will tell his story in his own words, in his own language and dialect, complete with grammatical errors and misspellings. And from his own point of view, by using the first-person narrative point of view, Twain carries on the southeastern humor tradition of vernacular language. That is, Huck stands as a young, uneducated boy from Missouri should stand. This first sentence also alludes to the adventures of Tom Sawyer. The allusion reminds the reader of a novel about boys and their adventures, the purpose of which, according to Twain, was to rekindle in adults' memories of how they felt and thought and talked, and what queer enterprises they sometimes engaged in. The Huck and Twain dismiss the word with "but that ain't no matter," although the boyish type adventure episodes tend to reappear as a plot motif in Huck Finn, especially in the sections including Tom. Their primary purpose is more to communicate criticism on Twain's contemporary society than to evoke fond memories. This statement also makes clear that it does not matter whether readers have read Twain's earlier book or not. Huck Finn is Huck's story, and he will tell it from his natural and sophisticated perspective. The first chapter introduces several major literary elements. Humor is used in various ways in the novel, but Huck's deadpan narration and pragmatic personality, juxtaposed to events and beliefs that make no logical or practical sense to him, provide much of the novel's humor. Because Huck is young and uncivilized, he describes events and people in a direct manner without any extensive commentary. Huck does not laugh at humorous situations and statements simply because his literal approach does not find them to be funny. he fails to see the irony. He does not project social, religious, cultural, or conceptual nuances into situation because he has never learned them. For example, when Miss Watson tells Huck that she was going to leave so as to go to the good place, heaven, Huck, applying what he knows about Miss Watson and the obvious lifestyle that makes her happy, responds that he couldn't see no advantage in going where she was going, and makes up his mind to not try to get there. Huck does not intend his comment to be disrespectful or sarcastic. It is simply a statement of fact and is indicative of the literal, practical approach to life that he exhibits throughout the novel.